A puppy was abandoned and in critical condition. The dog was found lying in a pile of trash, its body covered in mud and exhausted. When the rescuer discovered it, the little dog had almost no strength left. Its body was skeletal, and it seemed that all hope had been lost. The rescuer gently lifted the dog out of the trash and began the care process. The dog was cleaned of mud, warmed up and given careful medical care. After being fed and cared for in a safe environment, its health gradually improved. The little dog began to walk, eat and play. More actively in the warm, loving space of the rescuer. Not only did it bring strong emotions of compassion, but it also aroused concern for homeless and abandoned animals. These images are a testament to the power of love and dedicated care, helping to revive small lives that were once on the brink of death. A dog was cruelly abandoned. The dog's 4 legs and mouth were tied tightly. Then thrown into the river with its body covered in wounds. The dog was struggling in the water, unable to escape due to being tied tightly. Looking very pitiful and helpless. The rescuer discovered it in time and brought the dog to shore. The rescue process was very difficult because the dog was in an extremely weak and panicked state. The rescuer carefully cut the ropes, freeing the dog from the painful and dangerous situation. After being rescued, the dog was taken to a safe place for medical care. The dog, although still weak, began to recover, was cared for, and showed great gratitude to those who helped it. A strong reminder of humanity and responsibility towards vulnerable creatures, and also a call for everyone to treat homeless and abandoned animals with kindness and care. A kind woman accidentally discovered a dog in a very pitiful state. The dog's mouth was tightly wrapped with tape, making it unable to eat, drink, or even breathe normally. The dog lay collapsed on the side of the road, its body thin and covered in dirt, showing obvious signs of exhaustion and pain. The woman did not hesitate, gently removing the tape around its mouth. Little by little, the suffocation and pain seemed to be relieved. The dog began to breathe a sigh of relief, as if sensing that salvation was coming. She carefully cleaned the wounds on its body, applied medicine, and took good care of it. Day by day, the dog gradually recovered from its fear and distrust of humans. It began to eat and drink again, and not long after, the dog was able to wag its tail happily every time it saw the woman. The woman's actions not only saved a small life, but also brought hope and confidence to this poor dog. A small dog was cruelly tied up by 4 legs. and thrown into the cold river by a bad guy. This situation put the dog in an extremely dangerous situation, and it could lose its life at any moment because it could not escape. Fortunately, a kind person discovered the dog while it was struggling with the cold and despair. This person quickly jumped into the river, trying his best to save the dog's life. The rescue process was stressful when time seemed to be against them, but thanks to their determination and kindness, the dog was finally brought to shore safely. After being rescued, the dog was still panicked and exhausted, but fortunately escaped the jaws of death. The rescuer took it to a safe place to care for it and help it recover. The positive change of the dog from a frightened creature to an animal that is gradually regaining faith in life thanks to the care and love of humans. Protect weak creatures and spread kindness in the community. A young man bravely saved a dog trapped in a sewer. When the young man found the dog, it was very weak and desperate, stuck in the sewer, unable to get out on its own. With compassion, the young man did not hesitate to jump into the sewer to rescue the dog, trying little by little to bring it to safety. After getting the dog out of danger, the young man quickly found a way to contact its owner. When the owner, a woman, arrived and saw the dog again, she could not help but burst into tears. This reunion was not only a joyful moment, but also a testament to the love and strong bond between humans and their pets. The young man's courage and kindness are a reminder of the importance of caring for and protecting animals. Such actions not only save a small life, but also bring immeasurable joy and happiness to both humans and their pets. A Corgi dog was in a car accident. After the accident, the dog was seriously injured and lay in pain on the street. No one cared about it. However, a passerby discovered it and could not leave the dog in such a bad condition. This person quickly took the dog to the animal rescue centre for medical care. Here, the dog was treated for its injuries, bandaged and cared for attentively. Despite the injury, thanks to timely help, the Corgi gradually recovered and began to show more positive signs. Message about the responsibility of pet owners, especially ensuring their safety when participating in traffic. Care and responsibility for pets is not only about daily care, but also about ensuring their safety in all situations. A dog was seriously injured, lying on the side of the road with a body full of wounds and eyes filled with despair. No one knew what he had been through, but it was clear that the dog had suffered a lot of pain and loneliness. A passerby saw this heartbreaking scene and decided to stop to help. Gently picking up the dog, the person realized that the dog had been abandoned in a very bad condition, with untreated wounds and eyes that seemed to be begging for help. The dog was taken to the veterinary station, where doctors immediately examined and treated him. Although his condition was very serious, thanks to the dedicated care and concern of kind people, the dog gradually recovered. Step by step, he began to trust people again, and the previous sad eyes were gradually replaced by warmth and hope. The dog was happy and healthy, his tail wagging gently, and his eyes filled with joy at knowing that he was no longer alone in this world. Not only is this touching to watch, it also reminds us of the power of compassion and care for little creatures in need.